Alright, so I'm going to start the 100 Days Pelling Challenge. Also looking for some feedback on my pelling so I can see what I'm doing wrong with form because I'm totally new to SCA. So with that said, if you're wondering why I've got earplugs in, it's because in this small room we can get a decibel reading of about 101.7 when we hit the pel, and I don't want to go deaf. There we are. What you're going to do some left hand chops, some right hand chops, left hand wraps, right hand wraps. So I fight left leg forward and begin. Alright, so hopefully watching it you can at least tell where I was aiming low, mid, high. Things that I'm certainly noticing is that my high shot tends to come down at an angle, so I'm throwing much more here versus something that is here. And that is, I believe, is the correct way to do that. Band here versus my here, where I'm coming down an angle, which is bad, and when I've got my right wrist, bending my wrist. One thing I do have to work with is I have hypoflexibility, which is the opposite of hyperflexibility, and that means my joints don't really bend very much. And that's not really a changeable condition. So it's one thing I work around. So that was left hand. Right hand, I'll do. You've also noticed my pel is moving. That is because my old pel broke. Thanks, Jaylee. So we now have a pel that is less likely to break, but I do have to have a slightly slower rhythm so that I don't knock it over by hitting it when it's still on the way down. I have to fight its momentum. All right, so that is same side chops. I'm going to do wraps next. In fact, that's all I'm going to do is chops and wraps today. I would appreciate any feedback though, especially the more technical you can be, the better off I will be as I learn to do this all correctly. All right, so that concludes my 100 whatever shots per day for the pellet challenge. Also, love some feedback. Left hand, right hand, either one. Chops, wraps, stance, whatever you want to give me. I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I'm new to this whole SCA thing, so learning it all as I go. One thing I do want to mention is I normally fight Florentine, so advice from somebody else. I will often, since I have one hand higher, and get used to developing the musculature to hold the weapon this high, I will either use my other sword or a weight when I'm working my opposite hand to make sure, oops, left leg forward, but I've got used to that holding that weight up, etc. So I did not do that today because I wanted to focus on just the mechanics of the shot and get feedback on specifically those shots and how I'm doing, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. There is some things that I'm aware that I just need to work on, but I don't want to mention those because I don't want to taint the advice I'm getting, because I could be wrong about those things too. Like I said, new to the whole SCA. So any advice I get, I'd appreciate it, and see you guys over the next 100 days.